Welcome every star sign on this planet to my Sunday live. Wherever you are, welcome. This is a sacred space for shadow love. And I have taken my time to prepare you another Sunday live, Divine Comedy Paradise Canto 12. So I have another chapter from this book that we soon gonna read. I have made this card. Today's theme is the spiritual warrior with PhD. There is a story about Saint Domitian, another kind of saint. All this Heaven of Sun focuses on saints' life. So we are going to for that direction, but also I made tarot spread, Face Your Fears Fearless, to honor the Aries season. Happy birthday every Aries on this planet. Aries sun, moon, rising. Anyway, it's Aries season. So what it means, you could now tap into your inner Aries and feel your courage and willpower so you can move boldly forward in the direction of your dreams. So I'm here to put the fire, to ignite the fire. The Aries season is on. And if you want to see the visual of today's spread, you can see it in the post. I have it in the post, and even now let's continue. I have a lot of things, other things than this. I have also a new deck I'm excited about. So I bought this especially fitting for Aries season, Fearless, Fight Like a Girl. So your first card that you use now, your intuition. This is a practice of every week intuition to see what pile calls you. Let's introduce this pick-a-pile reading. This is a pick-a-pile reading, so you're supposed to follow your intuition. In the end of this reading, I also take a question from the audience. So it is just that you have to wait until I finish these piles. Of course, you can co-create with me. You're very welcome to comment while I do this reading. And let's start introducing this pile. So from this new deck, this is your first card. And in the tarot spread, it is your first position of the spread as well. But here is pile number 1, is throat chakra, lapis lazuli. Then there is Rune also, Laguz. The deck we are using for the spread today is Tarot of Opposites. Then your fearless fight is Stillness fight, number 30. Then pile number 2, you got solar plexus chakra. You have this Ansuz rune. Then this is the Divine Comedy related deck, Gustave Dore art deck. Then we have here this number 1, the Creatrix fight. And pile number 3, you have root chakra crystal. This is exactly connected to fear. If we have here now just mentioning what these kind of energies are, so this would be like a truth, your inner truth and knowledge of your what is your truth to express. This would be your willpower, and this is about fear. So it is in the theme of today. This is very fitting, but anyway, you use your intuition. Anyway, red jasper is here, pile number 3. We have the shadow deck, so below deck, and then we have Othala rune, and your fearless fight like a girl is 9, the instinctive fight. So these are shortly now the piles. I think what other I was adding here, this kind of dragon to honor this fire season. So let's see what kind of dragons we are facing today, because we are facing the fears. But here is the new little object here to encourage you to face your fears. As well, there is a little angel on the table to put the light in the dark spots, dark places. And let's read now the Today's chapter 12 card is Yesterday is history, tomorrow a mystery, today is a gift, that's why we call it the present. So maybe I show you the dragon while I read this card, because I have to read. So Divine Comedy Paradise Canto 12. Spiritual warrior with PhD. We are still in the sphere of the sun, the fourth wise level of paradise. Dante's vision serves as a goal to deepen apprehension of God's love and to prepare him to write his poem. In this Canto 12, the story focuses to the life of Saint Dominic, the founder of the Dominician, the order of preachers. His story will be told by the great Franciscan theologian Saint Bonaventure. Dante himself had been educated by both of these theologians. Briefly, Franciscan theology says love precedes knowledge, and Dominican theology says knowledge precedes love. So it's completely like inversed. They are kind of other edge of the truth, like mirroring each other. The Canto 12 begins with jubilant image of singing and dancing circles of flames. Saint Bonaventure tells us Dominic was born in 1190 to a noble family in Spain, and like Saint Francis, he gets married allegorically. Francis marries Lady Poverty, and Dominic marries Fate. The life of Saint Dominic is described as a warrior for the church and as a great scholar who accomplishes his studies in record time. He was not motivated by worldly ambition, but by his love of the true manna, spiritual or divine nourishment. Saint Dominic becomes a theologian and began the work of overseeing God's vineyard. Dominic is described as a gardener. He oversees the vineyard that withers when neglected by its keeper. The two orders, Franciscan and Dominicians, were not always friendly on earth, and having members of one order praising the founder of the other shows the love for unity in heaven. So it's almost like when these preachers, saints, get into heaven, they are just perfect as they are. There is no like a rivalry there. They all had the single focus and like important mission, and then it was also good. But now this was the Canto 12. Let's see what's coming next. We're gonna start the reading, yes. So by number one, whoever is here, welcome. I'm Silva, and I always do this every Sunday, this kind of readings, and then twice a month I do also astrological readings. If you found me like that, this is my weekly thing I always do. This is always like a big pile reading. So let's start to see the spread. Face your fears, fearless. So this will be the first position. It's like a temperance position. Stillness fight. And yeah, temperance is always about moderation and avoiding the excesses. So there is something about the stillness that it's a fight, like a temperance. Alchemist, divine alchemy here about stillness. Of course, it is very noisy world. Maybe this is a fight to have a stillness. But this is your first position. Then let's see just a pick about cards. This is now karma cards. Spiritual, your highest ideals. Mental, the ruler of. Physical, get it out to the world. And this is Sagittarius energy here. And then we have this kind of purpose card. Is about nutrition. you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So we got a little guidance what your kind of mission would be here. It's something to take care of your body, for example. Anyway, now I have also for you a card. This is I am card because it's Aries season. It's extra card. Show your I am power because I am is the beginning and the end. It's very powerful power. So you got I'm loving. So stillness but loving. Then we go forward. I think before I do this whole spread, I take the current feelings of your person. Then we have the spread. Welcome everybody here. It's nice to have live audience. Okay, current feelings of your person, pile number 1. We have here, you and me, we are divine counterparts and dreams do come true. Love, faith, trust. Forever yours. Make a wish. Okay, it's gonna start like a wish upon a star. Then Anubis consciousness of his ka allows him to function equally in the realm of spirit and in 3D plane of physical reality. Anubis helps us to move into a heart-centered presence. He teaches us how to transform through making that which is hidden or unconscious conscious. I think it's already giving me a little bit like a hint, like your person here, you are really able to love deeply, and the stillness is totally the yin energy as well. This is your kind of secret like angel power. You can love in silence, but you can go like in this yin energy really deep. They see you, this kind of hidden, unconscious, but we are in this fearless sphere. We are going towards the devil, towards the tower, towards all this kind of dark stuff to face it. So let's see. Divine timing, trusting divine present moments, perfect, feeling impatient, patience as virtue. Yes, my English is like not able to even pronounce impatient. Okay, but stillness, that is kind of holding the presence. They see you like time is ticking, time is going, but you are just like holding the space, which is very powerful actually. Like it is like a healing works happens even that somebody holds you a space, and there is this kind of calm. Twin flames are brought together for a purpose that goes beyond a personal relationship. They are here to serve the collective, to bring light and healing transformation to the world. Wow, there is again this kind of falling star going, so beautiful, like a twin flame ideas here. It's also not like kind of like shooting the arrow. Okay, let's start this reading. I'm gonna put this aside on space. So it starts by me pulling from this oracle, heart, psychic tarot of the heart. We are now pulling a card, and that's the I am, like sun card for you in this spread. It's like who you are. This is usually the most important part of the tarot reading is the person, so this is now you. Somebody is already starting to ask question. The questions I take only at the end of the reading, so remind you, I'm just now very focused on my reading. So this is now the sun position. We are having currently Sun in Aries, but this is now your Sun, who you are. I am statement. And then we start with the deck. I will read the rune a little bit later. It's also your message. Second position is the Divine Spark. So we get into this Ace of Wands moment. Aries season is starting, so what is that kind of spark? Now initiate it. See this. Maybe we look first this card before we go for the future. So you are showing up as manifest. This is the Magician card. Interesting, like almost like a dark magic. I can read this thing. We start with reading this text. Often I put this oracle in the end, but we are reading it soon. We're gonna only read this fearless fight in the end. So this card we read in the end, but this we can read now. And what crosses you is High Priestess. Such a beautiful energy. So if you have one, it's totally the action power, totally the Aries, like a I am an active person. I am Aries, you could say, but I mean you are not necessarily Aries, but this is totally the ace of one, like now this is crossing and supposed to be the Ace of Wands, and Magician uses aces to manifest, but this ace is High Priestess. This is going deep. So again, it repeats. This is the same kind of message. The Magician is using a deep, deep depth to operate. The Anubis card, your person already saw it about you, that there is this, what was the saying about this Anubis? Anubis consciousness of his ka allows him to function equally in the realm of spirit and in 3D place of physical reality. And Anubis helps to move into heart-centered presence. He teaches us how to transform through making that which is hidden or unconscious conscious. So this, you are making the unconscious conscious, and this whole reading, the face the fear, fearless, is about that. This is such a big energies now. Very Rune say, hi sister. Yes, we are getting into the meat of the reading already. Like what a big cards happening here. Wow. So this is your fearless fight, the stillness, how still you can be when big things are happening, while the Magician is crossed by the High Priestess. Wow, big stuff. Facing the fear, these are really big personalities. And this is totally connected to this eclipse season, also like an equinox, like a dark and light, facing that. Indeed, good advice is to face it with the stillness. This eclipse season, you should not be like a totally like a spinning around and getting restless. Indeed, stillness is the way to go. It's all here. Wow, wearing Robert, give me hugs. Oh, €5. No, £5. It's even more. Okay, I'm gonna read now this. Thank you. Thank you. But if you want to ask a question, this kind of donation, yes, allows you to ask a question, but I should move forward. But I'm gonna read now the Magician. This is you are now Magician. So wow, I wanna see this reading after after I finished. But yes, we are getting interesting. But I used a lot of time to create this spread, so looks like it's bringing fruit immediately. Big energies. So keywords: act, create, focus, magic, clarity, intent. And this is now you. This is a time of great power for you. The manifest card is here to tell you that anything is possible. You have all the tools at your disposal to create whatever you desire. You have a variety of tools that can be put to good use. The ability to love unconditionally, to support, to cherish, to listen, to understand, to forgive, to be kind, to be joyful, and even to be silly. All of these are useful tools in managing affairs of the heart. Take some time to determine what your best tools are so that you can Use them to work your own unique brand of magic around relationships. Before using these tools to manifest your desires, take some time to be clear on exactly what you want. A magician is always focused on his or her intent before working magic. You have the ability to manifest what you desire now. So take a moment so there's total clarity. What do you truly need and want? Is it in your highest good? Is it in the highest good of the other person? Will it harm anyone? Magic and manifestation are powerful. When you come from a place of love, you will generate love. Be clear, be honest in your intent, and take action to manifest your heart desire. You have what it takes to achieve this. An affirmation: I use my power to manifest deliberately and with clear intent. Yeah, the heart box is saying wearing that bit. But this is amazing. Like, I'm like getting already like a, let's say that this was supposed to be the spark. We are having some kind of a spark. I get even money donated. Okay, we are getting forward. Let's see. But throat chakra also tells that this is the communication and expressing yourself. This is artist crystal. It's part of the magic. You have to express yourself. Because High Priestess might be a little bit this book nerd who just reads and be still. There is anyway some wise words that might be part of this magic. So now we go into the divine darkness. The challenge and obstacle. What is that? Okay, let's put this actually standing here. So we have this showing. The challenge and obstacle, what you got now in eclipse season. When we fill this table, next thing is heart energy as well. A devil card. Devil is all about the fears that we need to confront and shadow work. What you need to do with that. Then we have the position of chariot to the future. This is the path forward. Wow, things are continuing to be big. So we got the positive temperance. So if we have in the temperance position already of divine alchemy, we have the stillness. There is an obstacle and challenge in this time to be this kind of moderated alchemist who is like balanced. There is totally like a interesting, same line with the Sagittarius. It's a Sagittarius energy, and I always see the field happening. It's a Sagittarius card, Sagittarius card. So it's very clear. This is the challenge. Maybe this card had to be here to say more. What is it about? So your highest ideals, spiritual challenge, your mental, the rules of that you have to obey, and physical, get it out to the world. It's almost like this kind of wait, I wrote something about this temperance, so I could read also from the little booklet, but temperance card represents alchemical transmutation, the ascension to a higher vibration through union of the opposites. So what is the union of the opposites you are trying to? This is almost like this nutrition was here also. Actually in the same line became the Laguz. So maybe this is the moment we read the rune. It could be part of the challenge. So you got Laguz. The element is water. So it is here. Primal water feelings, intuition, emotions, flow, dreams, hopes and fears. And we have this kind of phase we are reading. So maybe it is sometimes scary to even like deal with this kind of like a high vibe energy. being this magician can be kind of like a scary, like, oh my god, am I really gonna make this happen? But yes, it's possible. You can be like a divine alchemist. Anyway, this is indeed, and this rune is even connected to temperance. What alignment? It's also connected to star and the moon and the temperance. Moon in Cancer, Sun in Pisces, Moon, Neptune and Sagittarius. Laguz is origin of all organic life in the universe. It is the rune of the sea from which all life of entire earth has come forth. This rune is subject to all matters of the sea. Like the sea, a part of life should always be in motion. And this rune is connected to the power of the moon. Feminine intuition, harmony and life energy. And this rune can also give you a warning. There is a message that is important to hear. And now it's time to pay more attention to the message of the subconscious, your intuition and dreams. But you have to interpret them correctly. This message seemed to be really now here. This was also about the intuition and the mystery and like a subconscious. High Priest is like a master of this. Really. Is crossing you. So interpretation, now I think I'm gonna read that too from the booklet. What is the wisdom of that? If I took the booklet somewhere. Yeah, sometimes I'm not even putting them ready. Where is that booklet? I have a window still full of things. Okay, where did I put that? If I have it, it's like too much stuff. Too much text. Where is it? Okay, let's leave it. There is so much other explanation that I think I shall leave it to that because I don't know. Didn't found it. It's not yet here. Okay, let's continue. So anyway, this is very like a deep insight. It's crossing the manifestor magician. So it's really like a, this is coming from the yin energy. Whatever is created is coming from this kind of void of these times that we are completely having the eclipse season. It's kind of dark materia, prima materia. Even the temperance is handling the prima materia. It's having usually the feet on the pool of water. And it's this kind of primordial, like a prima materia. And this balancing act is difficult for you. But here it's something to do with the Sagittarius energy, which is totally temperance as well. And the nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. It's interesting, like if this temperance is kind of measuring the elements, while alchemy happen with mixing the opposites, here we have kind of mixing the food, being like a chef. Oh, I wish I would find that booklet, but I think now here it is. Okay, didn't give up. Let's read the temperance message also. Oh no, the High Priestess message rather. No, temperance message. Okay. 14. Improvement, this is your challenge now, and this is a Tower card. It's totally eclipse season. This is like a thing that you have to deal now. Improvement of body, mind, and psyche requires a balance of virtues. Rightness, compassion, commitment, moderation in all capacities. Harmony is found through mastery of passions, expanding the self into oneness with others. Increase in spirituality and faith will be favored. Your ability will be entrusted with an important task that will require responsibility and commitment. You will need to wisely and measuredly balance your strengths and engage in meticulous and healing actions. You have the power to improve any situations, but you should only do so with poor motivations. So, Aman say hello, how are you? Yes, I'm busy with this reading that is getting very interesting because I wanted to read all this meaning related to temperance because here we have a temperance position, the Divine Alchemist position for you, like a first card for your reading. What is your divine fight? Is the stillness. So there is something to handle things with this yin energy, with the stillness. Aman, yes, the questions I take later. You can drop here, but now it's if you comment here, it's the most beneficial for everybody that is like a co-creation energy. Like people can comment this reading and like somehow add to this reading or saying something. I'm trying to figure it out. Like this is a reading of Fearless. We have go from the temperance position, that is this kind of fearless fight, it's a stillness, to who you are being now. You are a magician and manifestor, and what is crossing you is High Priestess, this deep yin energy. It's very similar here. Then what is your challenge obstacle is the temperance. The same is in this rune. So there is really this balancing act, and you should not like maybe almost like in the laboratory, you might like explode some elements if you are like putting them too fast together. Like carefully kind of like balance things. Yes. And so now we go to the devil. So this is the devil position. And let's see. This is totally the shadow work position for you. Wow, 9 of Cups. It's on positive. It's very much like a fish fulfillment. But what about this is that this wish is in the devil. This is the underlying fear, possibly. So we are facing the fear. This is now the fear position. Like almost like things are too good to be true. There's too much something. Maybe again, like when a person gets too much food and nutrition, then it's like, okay, the person gets indeed like it should balance it more. But interesting that this is here. This card is showing your temptation, addiction to materialism, and the shadow side of your nature. So it is this. So I'm in the pile number 1. This is only pile number 1, and we are going forward to face the fears. This is the whole theme of this reading. But 9 of Cups, let's see. Let's see. Health, love, and work will have an expected and deserved peak of completeness. I mean, this is kind of almost showing the hope for it, but it's almost like fear that this would not happen. Wealth from every point of view is coming and requires that you know how to recognize it. With maturity and serene acceptance, many people do not know how to receive and therefore hardly know how to give. You have achieved so much, so share with enthusiasm. Okay, so the problem here, the devil, is almost like you are not able to receive. There is abundance coming. This kind of giving you a heads up about that. You are even like manifesting everything, but then are you ready to receive? That's the challenge, like a fear here. How do you actually react when all the wishes come true? Like if you win the jackpot in the lotto, or like you get the career you ever wanted, or you are married, or you get like the dream man. Like how do you react? Like are you like freaking out? Like this is anyway here in the fear position. Okay, let's see now the path forward. So it will be the Chariot, like willpower that makes you go forward. Wow, this whole reading is full of big cards. The World. So this is very good. Everything is very good omen. Like if this was a fish fulfillment, this is a completion of the cycle. This is telling you that the path forward is just going through this portal, through this almost like this solar eclipse now is like a portal, a new beginning, going through that, and it's totally like, even with your body, like body is often our shadow, just if you feel like whatever nutrition you are not enough or whatever is this fear, you are complete package of happiness. Like everything is very positive here. But maybe the hardest part is this stillness. When nothing happens, you are like getting restless. Like, why is it not happening yet? It's a little delay in this manifest. The high priestess is here to cross you, to say like, hold the horses, wait, patience is a virtue, you will get the things, but be ready. Maybe you can just focus on being healthy, for example. World card, wow. It's almost like path forward. Show yourself into the world. It's like if high priest is like a more hiding energy, this is complete like show everything you are. Just that every of these wishes are in this void, and that is the spiritual fight now, to handle this kind of yin energy, with a very feminine energy too. Okay, let's read this path forward. The world, a great cycle is nearing its conclusion and has already found its end. Life needs new beginnings and conclusions, and you must take stock of the past and use its energy to immerse yourself in the future. What new paradigm do you want to experience? In which direction will your world go, and which horizon of consciousness will you walk? Everything is possible for those who are willing to choose. Complete success and absolute fullness leads to the conclusion of major problems and the happy resolutions of them in peace and happiness. A condition of ecstasy and a break from worries could arrive. On the other hand, the future is malleable like a clay. The fulfilled life depends on the right desires and the ability to rejoice together with the planet. So just there's a kind of message like stay like focused to this energy. Even this arrow is shooting kind of to the target, which is fish fulfillment. Wow. So let's bring this reading to the end by reading your silent fight. This is my new deck. The sun is dropping. Oh my God. Number 30. Stillness fight. Intentional stillness is a superpower. It's rarely cultivated in our society that thrives on your constant doing. If you are busy, you will be distracted from your own soul's discontent. You will stay absorbed in the matrix of trading hours for dollars and dollars for things, always finding value outside of yourself. The solution is to get still and to court the awareness you find in the stillness. This is where deep knowing lives, instead of knowledge, where presence dwells instead of presence, where passion lives rather than ambition. Create a sanctuary in your home and also in the corner of your psyche where you can go to be intentionally still. Now is the time to cultivate your partnership with this sacred power. Wow, and I'm always saying like this is what I'm trying to offer you here is also this kind of sacred space for shadow love, and this is kind of message here about your you're facing the fears, like how can you handle that when nothing happens? You have everything, this kind of stillness that you're just letting everything to unravel, everything to unfold, like the blossoming of the flower, like now in the spring, it's first like a bud and it just opens, and you just admire that. You just have to like let the divine timing happen. As your person see this too, divine timing is the time when you shall be together and everything will be okay. And you had this I am card also here, I'm loving. You just have to stay loving. That's all. Keep heart open and let things unfold. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the next one. And anybody asking the question, like Aman, it's like, this is only first reading, but in the end, I will pick one question. So you can, of course, ask. Same feeling cards can appear. Go back here. Same also. I am statements can come. Oi. So they are here. This is a brand new spread I created. So this goes. Where is my? And it's here, and this can come also well. Aman asked, where are you? What you mean? Like, I am in Europe, in Belgium, doing these readings. Doing these readings every Sunday, live. So, let's get ready for the pile number 2. Today I have also a new crystal called Energies for you. As well, this dragon power to represent the fire that we are talking about in this spread. This is pretty amazing cards. This happens to be actually a little personal. When I got this deck, of course, I mixed it and I was picking one card for myself just to see which card would come. And this card came also then. And then I was like, oh, I wish so much that this card would come to my reading, and it did. So I was like really happy to see it again. But this was coming for me when I was like just testing this deck. And that inspired me to buy this dragon because it's even in this card. Creatrix. Okay. This is now your first position of the card. We are talking about today facing your fears, and this is the temperance position, the divine alchemist. In your case, pile number 2, you have the Creatrix. It's a balancing act to create something. Then you have also solar plexus chakra. Beautiful, like willpower that we also talk about in this reading. Let's see now the I am statement. Yeah, the baby dragon is cool. I was just like randomly like the shopkeeper of the tarot shop when I was like, I want to have something to do with fire, like it's missing from my table. And then she pointed, didn't you ever notice I have this dragon? So like, wow, I didn't know this, and so I bought it. Like, thank you for supporting. The dragon also costs something, so now everything you donate in this channel goes to my tarot. Flattering it. So this is for you. We have I'm brave. I am statement. Brave Creatrix, which is hero card. Also hero archetype is connected to this solar plexus chakra. Then this Ansuz rune, let me see if we see that yet. But we have here a house, and it is the first house, Aries house. Spiritual, immediately, mental, the way you project yourself, and physical, do it on your own. So it's very nice that this is actually the Aries house, the first house. Actually, it's very aligned again because this is the number 1 as well, Creatrix. So there is something about this, that if you want to create something, if that is your like facing the fear, you should just do it immediately, not to procrastinate. Just go and do it. Like start, whatever small is the action, just take it. Being brave. Then we have actually 3 cards coming for the purpose. Sometimes I get and I accept it. So first is writing. So the creation could be something about writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire or desires. And then third card is music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. It's very creative indeed here. Maybe because they come like this, you should, I think you can do both, write and music. It's like time to decide, almost like you would have like multiple projects about writing or playing music, and you should like focus on one. Maybe it's just about like you just have to start one thing and then the next comes and so on. Anyway, let's put this now here. We are gonna take current feelings of your person. Number 2. So this is current feelings of your person. What is your person thinking of you, of feeling? Now we see. We have here. Okay. Banging is not a crime, Nirvana. This is actually one of my, no, let's not call into person who it is, but one of my friends has said this. Who knows if actually Kurt Cobain has said this, but like this is totally like a Nirvana style sentence. It's definitely creative fight is like of course the sacral energies. Now we have a solar plexus, like a field power, but if we really talk about the creative chakra energy, it's the sacral chakra and it's the sexuality and creativity. They are in the same place. It's almost like don't feel bad about if you become like in the springtime a little bit sexual, because we are talking about now the spark and somebody is like feeling about like this, like there has to be this too. Then twin flame connection pushes to face their shadows, heal old wounds, expand consciousness in ways they may never have imagined. The age gap amplifies this process. Current feelings of person. Free me by Nefex. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him instead of searching inside for what they gave him. And then we have, if you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. Margaret Fuller, beautiful. You're talking about today like a divine spark and all this, beautiful. Like if you have knowledge, maybe it's really related to this kind of divine mission that you should face your fears and really write. It can be that knowledge that others light their candles in it. Then Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I'm the one who will dance on the floor in the round. Okay, these are the current feelings. Let me read now the rune before we go forward, because there is a lot of interesting stuff there in the spread. So the Ansuz rune, by number 2, is here about element air, and the deity is Odin. It's about communication, understanding and inspiration. Animal is wolf. Tarot is death card and the ruler, and moon in Capricorn, sun in the 4th house and Mercury. Ansuz symbol represents Odin, mouth and Aries. Interesting, like this Aries house was here and now this is also related to Aries. And I was even beginning of this reading starting to call it Inner ARIES. So maybe there's really some kind of big Aries kind of power you have to like have this huge like a firepower to be creative. So what is this? Naming a thing correctly can give power over the thing. Therefore, ancient traditions, incantations were often used to dispel malevolent spirits, break psychological bonds, or bind demons. Yeah, we are gonna today try to bind demon because we're gonna face the devil. So, okay, getting ready. This rune is very aligned. Anzu is the rune of creative expression. Interesting as well. It shows us the power of language, passing down the knowledge of the ancestors from generation to generation through the spoken word. This rune represents both spiritual and worldly power, clarification and truth. For this reason, lessons in life must be learned truly in order to attain wisdom. In Norse mysticism, the rune Anzu corresponds to the one-eyed wanderer Odin. His personality combines the qualities of shaman, chief, warrior, and sage. It is said that the wandering god often mingled with people to examine and observe them. When doing so, he wore a long grey cloak, walked slightly bent, and covered his face to learn about life and the world unrecognized. Interesting. Some kind of like a little bit, could it be that there is a little bit this kind of like while the creative is really showing, like you cannot like not notice it, there is a little bit like a trying to hide that kind of energy, like a Odin to just like observe, like a writer. A writer is usually this kind of observing person who is mingling with the people and is just taking note, and then can write indeed when nobody notices that is actually paying attention. There's something about that now with your face, your fear, like you can really like do that. Okay, let's see now this whole spread. Interestingly, we start again with this psychic tarot for the heart. So pile number 2, this is you are this in this reading. This is you, and now we start with your deck. Let's put this here. Oh yeah. Let's put this. Now what crosses you is this is the divine spark we are talking about now in Aries season. What is the divine spark now happening here? Let's have a look. Number 2, you're coming as moving on. 8 of Cups. This is your energy, like a reflecting, being on the beach. What is crossing you is 6 of Wands. Victory card, the circus coming to a town. Interesting, this is actually card of hero coming home as well, while this is a crystal for the same hero having the quest. So what is that? Lonely hero. Moving on. Okay, let's look forward. Now we look into the divine darkness, the challenge and obstacle in these times. It's this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, maybe we look, let's put all the cards first. Now this is the devil now, the shadow work, meeting your shadow, and that's there. And a path forward, these two. Okay. Let's start seeing this. We have a 5 of Cups. The challenge and obstacle has been a loss, losing somebody, having some loss in your life, extreme sadness. 5 of Cups. As well, 8 of Pentacles. Interesting, the 8 energy is like in the same line, but this is of course the working energy, that somebody, maybe indeed when you lose somebody, you just focus on the work. But that's like a challenge, how to keep going, let's say, working. And then 4 of Wands. I think this is the actually Aries card, in the sense Venus in Aries is coming together as a community and finding this kind of beautiful connections in the community, or celebrating together of the victory of work well done. These are the wand energy. If this divine spark is the wand energy, yes, the hero coming home. Here we have like a maybe struggle to find your tribe, because it has happened that you have been finding, like there's a lot of people always, but the person is working alone a little bit, like kind of like a very focused the work. But eventually, like the community has been this kind of maybe it's been challenging for you, the other people even. I mean, we have had these times of Tower card is of course COVID, is of course all these things that happens in the society, can be like that you felt like you are left alone even, or with this grief you were isolating from all these things. But there's this challenge, like how you deal with this kind of grief. Yeah, sometimes it can be really hard if you feel sadness and this kind of needing to be alone and really like reflect what just happened, and there's all this like a demands outside that you should just work as normal, and you need this kind of space. And here you have this, that you're also moving on, you have really this kind of energy of being alone to handle things. But then again, the hero comes home. So maybe the time of dealing whatever it has been here, you are releasing some of this, like what you cannot deal with or do it. You are embracing the change. The change is something that you are succeeding also on your chosen path. Let's read now the moving on, because this is the first card that I actually read in the beginning of the first reading. First pile, let's see. Moving on. 8 of Cups. That's you. Where was this? You have to look. Cups are... it's 111. Interesting page number. While this is as well 4 times 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Here is 1, 1, 1, the page number. Okay. While this is, yeah, no. Okay. So this is you in these times, while this was also representing you and your fight. Staying creative, whatever happens. Change, cycle, stagnation, authenticity. Change is a necessary part of the natural world. this is also true of relationships. As a person evolves, so must a relationship or it will stagnate. This card is a reminder to examine your current relationships to see if they still feed your soul and help you grow. Are you staying in a relationship because it seems okay and there's no real reason to end it, but you feel like something is missing? Do your relationships have substance and bring you joy? Are you able to be your authentic self in your relationships? This card suggests that it may be the time to walk away in some respect. This can be an actual ending of a relationship or simply taking a break to soul search. This is your time. Give yourself the space and permission to determine what you need and what you want, and then decide if it can be found in the current relationship as it exists now. If not, it may be that important time to make some essential changes. But the spark now is this Six of Wands. Maybe you get this kind of successful idea, because creativity is all about this kind of concepts and idea. And here we had as well this kind of Aries energy is like immediately do it on your own. But something with writing also. Maybe this can be stories. Or every kind of stories come to a light what you've been experiencing in these challenging times. This is like a story time almost, like you are doing this storytelling alone. But this also, the Odin energy was like observer, really this writer energy. Observing this kind of shenanigans around you, like what is where is happening. You are taking note. This looks really like a circus coming to a town. Anyway, maybe it's even some kind of creative, because music mentioned as well. Concert could be something for you need to nurture your soul. So maybe even a band is coming to a town and you go to listen to concert or something like that. Something like a really. She even has like a pen in the hand as well, like writing something, taking note. Anyway, but the spark is that things are happening and moving to a right direction. Let's see now the Devil. Knight of Cups, romantic knight. Which one was this in the astrologically? Pisces, which one was it? Anyway, the point is that this can be indeed the poetic romantic knight. Why is that now Devil here? Face the fear of this romantic knight. Meeting your shadow. This is your temptation, addiction to materialism and the shadow side of your nature. And the part we try to hide, the unconscious desires and fears that are there. Romantic poetic night. This is of course a very like a thirsty night, comes and goes, like okay, now I'm thirsty, now I want your company, and then okay, this kind of night could even ghost somebody because it's already got what it wanted, and then drives on. Something about that. Moving on. Romantic. Why this is Devil? I see it very beautiful suitor. Who is seeing this? It is like a romantic suitor as a devil. Why is Devil? Let's now verify this thing, because I wanna know why this actually this lover boy is a devil. The devil is lover. It's coming and going. It's not stable. What is going on with this person? Let's see the Devil. Okay, 2 cards. Okay, one who looks the money, like how much he got, and a death card. Ending, rebirth, Knight of Cups. How this is like a death related rider. Of course, this can be a water sign. So it tells about the water signs, can be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But this is all the investment the person is thinking, how much they have money. Why this is devil? Now we are trying to face our fears and we are looking into this kind of like a death soldier. What is it? Rebirth. Odin is one eye. This is like, of course it's such a big card of transformation. Maybe scary, this kind of like a new suitor, new lover. Still don't understand completely. Let's ask one more. Gonna use the Halloween deck. Why this is a devil? Seven of Course, again a 7 energy. A lot of dreams here. Dreamer. Dreaming of transformation. Seven. Okay, this is really like I'm stopping too much. Okay, let's see the path forward. Anyway, we are going towards King of Swords. So somebody very truthful and just king, air sign style, fair king, and always the air king is making the judgment based on the current information. So following the path is about the truth and like a knowledge. And 3 of Wands is foresight. The angel is like looking at this king, who's very fair. There is something of immaturity here with this devil of King of Cups. You are, this is the hero coming home and the warrior and the knight, like the kind of hero knight, going towards this kind of king. So maybe this is a bit flaky energy with this romanticism going on here, and that's so hard. A lot of dreams, a lot of stuff, but nothing like of course there is the balance of this what you got. There is a lot of money too, like the same amount of dreams and same amount of it's like an investment, but it's kind of like a transformation. Shadow work here is dealing with the death energy, is totally feeling the like facing the death, so facing the end of something, moving on, like completely switching from one form to another. So it has to be like a scary devil position, because it's scary to end and change so much. That's it. Still there is this poetic romance going on here, but yeah. Okay, so the path forward is this truthful king and a communication, and so it makes sense that this fight of creator is about writing music, of writing or playing music, really like being creative in this sense of the words. The words can heal. Here was saying, you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. And it's showing here as well in the future position. And I guess they all are here. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. That's the devil thing, that you are a little bit like like in the just when something is ending, something beginning, you are like in this kind of crossroad. Okay, let's read now this Creatrix fight. What is about? Somebody asking, okay, Shinasa, how are you doing? There is a is it Sagittarius born on 4 December? Yes. Anyway, I'm now reading this final message of this fearless fight. But you should not be afraid. You are Creatrix, crafted in the Great Spirit's image, to create in any form, writing, dancing, design, singing, weaving, etc. It is natural and divine act. Do not hesitate. Create now. What is inside of you is meant to come out. Whether you create from a wellspring of joy or alchemize your pain and grief into art, your creativity is essential to a fearless life. Go out and take a risk. Let stories happen to you. Then write them. Sculpt, paint, and make music from them. Don't waste your breath with words like I'm not creative or I don't know what to make. Live life fully. Feel all the things. Your ache, your joy, and your wild ambition will come pouring out of you on the life's canvas. Don't judge or prohibit what comes out and how, just make it. Wow, it's really like this kind of show must go on, moving on, show must go on. There has been this kind of grief and sadness and coming together back to the people kind of from your isolation. You are coming to this kind of like a community to show what you learned. There's even this kind of poet journey that has been mentioned, archetypal, in my reading before. Like a poet search the words from the darkest corner of the world. And that's what's been happening here. The facing the devil here, the fear, like facing the fears, is actually how deep you can go to transmute this kind of pain to some art or poems. This is like you have gathered a lot. Okay, but it's really like it's more like your own fight of your own existence. Like what kind of like a world you want to leave behind, what kind of mark you want to make. This is the devil, like how can you be alive while you are still here and not die, like you're still alive so you can still create, and whatever you face possibly made you stronger, but this is that thing. It's not necessarily like some sweet or romantic, it's inside of yourself, this creative maybe you project sometime that you see just that somebody else is creative, somebody else has the gift but not you, but that is the devil facing the kind of like a dragon, looking like, okay, that's the treasure the dragon is guarding. You got a lot abundance. This is like a harvest. You should just like start using all those experiences and make beautiful things out of it. Say thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Yeah, but I will take questions later, but this was now kind of very personal fight with yourself, let's say. This devil is like how get past of this kind of sadness that I know myself, the sadness have tried to freeze me, like almost like it stops you when you are sad. Like you get too big waters, and if the waters are too high, indeed you cannot like get out of it or something, or like in the swamp you get stuck there. But in the swamp, even in the Finnish epoch Kalevala, there is like a lot of treasures inside the swamp. So that's kind of message here. The devil is like, you feel like you are like going a little bit this kind of swampy territories, but yes, you can push through and you can find this solid ground to then tell about those experiences. And it can be something that people really need to hear. Oi, it's a little bit bright here. Let's go to the pile number 3. This was pile number 2. This can come again. Oi. Let's check this down. And this is the iron principle we'll soon see. Oops. I have no worries kind of my son because I'm alone home now, so I don't have to hurry. I can indeed take maybe even more than one question. But not yet. Still patience is needed. This is pile number 3. We go to one pile and then you can I read your questions and see which one you can answer. So this is the last pile number 3, very much aligned with the theme of the day, facing your fears. Root chakra is all about being in the survival mode and having fears and like being like needing to feel secure enough. Your fearless fight is the instinctive fight, number 9. This kind of woman, very much high priestess style with the wolf. Then let's see already, your rune is Othala. And let's see, I am statement. This Aries season is all about like I am consciousness. So what is yours? It is I am healthy. Being healthy is a very, very root chakra issue indeed. When the health is away, one can feel like a very the basic needs are not met because you cannot like operate normally. Then let's see what the house we have here. We have 9th house, very much same number, which is Sagittarius energy, spiritual as if it's spiritual as if it or they came from all there is. Mental, the philosophies and laws involved. Physical, do it in a big way. Okay. Okay, we will understand this later. Then your purpose cards are books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. And practice, polish your skills by practicing regularly. Okay, let's put this here. Then I think current feelings of person, then we see the spread. This is fearless. Face your fears. Now current feelings of a person, pile number 3. Heal. So you can see that attention is not love, attachment is not connection, and bare minimum is not effort. Person see this. Magic of you. You tick the boxes. Company of one book. So talking about how you can like have just one person company. Inner and outer resources, matrix of the mind, creativity, intentions, action, power, manifestation, skills, magic, willpower, gifted artist. So they see you like that. Then Wayne Dyer, how people treat you is their karma. How you respond is yours. We attract what energy we put out into the world. The bird of magic. Soul knows, psyche process, mind is aware, imagination creates, intuition chooses, and body brings all to light to be seen. Merimort is a Finnish author. And stop holding back, afraid of intimacy, afraid hiding in their shell, frozen heart, nervous heart boundaries, to protect oneself, heart locked wall up. Okay, so you person see that you are even holding back. And yeah, somebody's maybe very like instinctive fight, intuitive person possibly also here, needing their own space maybe even. Let's see the Othala rune now. This is your rune of the week. It's connected to Earth, also to the Odin deity. Is about ancestry, possession, inheritance, experience, values, and traditions. Animal is stork and whale. Othala refers symbologically to the importance of property and ownership. The fortress can also stand for protection and retreat. A house, even temporary in our position, represents security and hold. Possession can also be seen as spiritual enrichment. This rune is about rootedness and family ties, as well as material, generative and spiritual heritage. It is also a rune of protection and privacy, but also of one's identity. Othala's advice is examine how the past and the present have a direct relation to each other. It is also important to analyze old habits and, if necessary, break with them. Only with patience you can reach your goal. The energy of the thoughts helps to go in the direction what is it? Determined for one. The only requirement is the like you have to hold on to your dreams and your goals. The question you could ask: what do I want in my life? What makes me happy? What fulfills me? Why I'm holding on to this person? Am I dependent of this person? It's kind of like like somebody is yours, like having this kind of property things, but is actually safety and security is the key of this root chakra tool. Okay, we'll find out soon. So let's see now. One number 3. So we see who you are now in these times. We already know that you have this instinctive fight. Who you are. And we start seeing with this deck. Let's put this here. This, what is crossing you, is the divine spark now, by number 3. Behind the spear of sun, it's a little bit bright here. Divine spark is this. Let's put the cards already of the divine darkness with this too. And then the devil that you have to face now in this reading. Is it? And then the path forward. Okay. This is 6 of Swords. Believe and succeed. So you're showing up this kind of like a boat driving towards the lighthouse. Like a healing is happening. While what crossing you is the 10 of Cups. Wow. It's like a happy ending. It's like going like in this kind of elf sagas. They go to this kind of like other lands, you know, like where you can be eternally happy. in the paradise or something. I think it is boat ride. Let's read this now. This is you are showing up now, like this kind of healing. Believe and succeed. Six of Swords. Is it? Or do I understood it wrong? No, it's Six of Wands. It's victory. Okay, I interpreted it wrong. So it's a hero coming home again. We have a similar story evolving here as in the one pile was. Second pile, I think. So you are actually showing like a victory card. Six of Wands. Confidence, achievement, inspiration, recognition. And this is the divine spark, the marriage. Wow, like a commitment to somebody. Faith is powerful and can bring about amazing results. And this was actually the whole theme of this Divine Comedy was the Sun Dominion. And he was kind of like having this faith in the key component of his teachings. It's important at this time to believe in yourself and in your aspirations regarding love. Think and act as if all that you desire is inevitable. Your confidence will send a signal to the universe that you are ready to have that perfect relationship with a spouse, partner, parent, sibling, child, or friend. The energies of success are around you. Use them to achieve your dreams. Wow. It's almost like this high priestess kind of person already sees this. And as this is a number 9, you got 6. It's almost like mirrored somehow, like the number. A lighthouse shines its light as a beacon to passing ships to help them navigate the surrounding waters. At this time, you can be a beacon to others. By acting confidently and being victorious, you can inspire your loved ones to reach out for what they desire. Recognize your power to affect people in positive ways. Congratulate yourself for this ability and honor that same ability in others. Wow. So it's almost like this root chakra energy is like you feel a little bit like a shaky on the boat, but the spark is this kind of marriage and commitment. Wow. It's like fulfillment inside. Well, this was also kind of like very like a having something. And yes, let's see now the challenge. 2 cards. So you got also 5 of Cups. This reading is very similar to the second pile I start seeing, because there was also the challenge of the 5 of Cups. So the sadness and the loss, focusing on just to the sadness and hard stuff, while there is a lot of love also when you care about somebody. Like when you're sad, you actually care about somebody or something. So it means that you are like a deep person. You are able to feel this way, not a superficial person. You actually need time to process stuff. And then we have Hangman, same message, like even the 12 is here. Today's episode itself also. But this is an alchemist card that sometimes you need time. This is divine challenge, how this healing takes time. And the devil that you face, 3 of Swords. It's totally, then we get to the grief. So if here we had a loss already challenging you, that you've lost somebody or some big loss has happened to you, here the devil is that heartbreak. It has shaken you a lot. Oh, safety and security was also here, almost like a. This is like a dream. This spark, like there could be the perfect relationship, like a divine partner could be here, and the stability could be achieved. But something about even it's bad for your health. All this thing that you have felt so so much sadness. I'm gonna read this little story of the Three of Swords because this is really like a pain in the heart. Pain is the devil. Heartbreak. Facing the fears is really how painful is to kind of say bye to some person you really care about. How painful is that? That you thought we meet people for the reason, season, or lifetime, and we go wrong when we think the person is for a lifetime, and it could be just a reason to learn a lesson. And problem in our world that there is not always serious people about our heart. Even we are. So this is the devil, Three of Swords. Sometimes communication is painfully clear. There is no pretending the truth is anything but what it is. It cuts, it hurts, and you don't have to pretend it doesn't. Sorrow goes by knowledge. So yeah, you get to know something that completely shakes you. Like that's the devil, like maybe you had a rose-colored glass or something, like you didn't realize like this person was totally not for you, like a toxic relationship. But you had to kind of maybe go through that. You have to face this fear in the sense that, let me read about the devil position is. This position is about the shadow work. You have to go through this pain. It's almost like the storm. Very similar message, like just stick on the boat and have the ride. Like there are those feelings. It gets rocky in the stormy weather, like when it's like a lot of like feelings involved, hard feelings. Sometimes you have to bind yourself into the mast, like in this case in here, and just stick to it. But when you go through the emotions, you are like actually like starting to heal because you are feeling them. Feeling is healing. And this is a temptation, addiction, and the shadow side of your nature that things hurt. It hurts. Okay, and then let's see path forward. Oh, the Empress. Oh, Creative Empress, Divine Feminine, part forward. Wow. Things can be nurtured. This Taurus season is coming soon after Aries season. Things will get better. Like in the future, we are going to the spring energy and things are blossoming and blooming, and you just have to nurture and take care of the things. And indeed, if things can hurt even mentally here, sometimes things hurt also physically, and then there are people around us who can help us and we can ask help. Like this is totally the mother crystal. The archetypes here is a mother and a victim, and this feeling to be victim is being the devil. But to cure this, you have to kind of mother yourself or be reparenting yourself, and then like kind of like even this card that is giving the divine spark, that we can be whole and complete. We have the feminine and masculine part. Like when we are healthy and complete, we can kind of work on that these two are in balance. But somehow the highlight is now in the divine feminine, that there is this nurture and care and creative energy as well needed, while here it shows in the books and practicing even your music. This is very Empress like also, to be creative in this sense. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. So time to find this kind of like a nurturing moments. Maybe it can be even concert you listen or book you read, but this kind of safety is needed. But mother's care is the safety indeed. Mothers are always like a kind of like taking care of the nest. That is the path forward, taking care of your divine nest. So facing the fears with this kind of gentle mother energy. Okay, so let's read now the final thing and then I take your questions. So the instinctive fight is this. Can I put this book? It's the first time I'm using this deck. I love these images. So beautiful. And if you ever support me by taking my membership, or here also somebody was donating, I can buy other decks. It's like a nice to get new decks and so on. So pile number 3 is advice. The instinctive fight. Now is the time to trust your instincts. If they lie dormant in you due to trauma or abuse, it's time to awaken them. Instinct is directly tied to the animal world. This isn't reason or even intuition. This is a matter of employing all 5 senses in service of your journey. What does your solution taste, smell, feel, sound, and look like? What is your body telling you? When you take a walk in nature, what do the trees, the grass, the river, or clouds say to you about your situation? This isn't a time for rationality. Allow the soft animal of your body to love what it loves. Don't apologize for it or rationalize yourself away from the truth that animal tells. Listen to it and trust your instinct. Wow, there is like a spirit animal wanting to surface. I don't see other than the wolf. I think it's the wolf. And was it even in this Othala rune? Which was the animal here? Which was the animal here? It is, the animal is stork and the whale. Very fitting the whale actually to this boat, but that's like you are like sailing your boat. And almost like this wolf is there, like a wolf on the boat. And like you follow this kind of instinct, what you need. Yes, cool. So this is now the 3rd pile. We face today the fears. I hope this was helping. If you liked my reading, give me likes and subscribe if you already didn't. Now I'm collecting this away and then I'm taking your questions. And your deck is coming based on your chakra energy, and I will pull that first and I start the reading. Exciting to see what kind of question we take. What comes? And maybe we use this oracle deck also, but let's see. This would be nice, this heart oracle to use again. As well as Aries season, the I am statements, I can keep them here. So the crystal back ready to use is here. Let's put dragon to overview the situation. Now I'm gonna read your questions. So who is here still? Have you sticked here or many dropped out? I see nice people have donated me also. So wearing red beard, definitely if you have a question, you even paid, donated me money, you can definitely ask if you just have a question. There is Aman was here wanting to see a career. How about my study in career? There is Okejinaza, Sagittarius. It's nice because Sagittarius energy was clearly, even in the spread we had this first position was a temperance card, so interesting. Sagittarius found this reading. Priyanka say, hi general guidance card. Now I would like to know who is present this moment here. Because if you are first to say yes and then repeat maybe your question, I can pick you immediately. So anybody here also wearing red bear, you're welcome to give me a question. I'm excited to see which deck is coming because it's always depending on the crystals. So who is gonna be here now? You have to just say that you are here now, and then I could take this Priyanka's general guidance card. It could be interesting. Just you don't ask so much. We could do multiple readings. But I want to know that the person is present here. So I see somebody is watching this. Would you be able to ask now? I hope there's no delay in these messages. So please ask your question now so I can start answering. So, is anybody here? Maybe I take for Priyanka because maybe she is a new person. Throat chakra. You will get this deck that we use today. The first pile. It's very interesting reading. Throat chakra. General guidance card. Let's see this kind of what crosses you now. Priyanka. I wish you were here, but anybody else now here, I can take still another question. I think very short, what is Priyanka's situation? Priyanka and what crosses Priyanka. And then let's take a little bit of guidance. Just simple path forward that we were using in this reading also. Path forward. Daydreams and decisions. Is this 7 of Cups possibly? Cross you is the Strength card. The Lion card. Daydreams and decision. Let's see. Okay, maybe I open everything. This is throat chakra, of course. I see immediately here like the lion needs to express. Maybe this daydreams and decision is like sometimes you keep a lot inside those kind of dreams. You should kind of be able to say it, because this is the crystal of the throat chakra, that it's can be a silent child. So how strong you want to express yourself. Way forward. Oh wow, Tower. So there is possible, maybe you are very like careful, because we are having here this eclipse season that can be indeed that things are naturally changing. There is like a karma is happening exactly this time. Sometimes it's even this kind of saying like on the solar eclipse that is coming. This is totally this kind of times card. You should not be outside because destiny play tricks. And this is a karma card, but I think the change is inevitable. So the guidance card that the change is coming for you this is karma, so you can kind of not stop it, but you should just be very much expressing yourself. And I'm gonna read the crossing of this strength card, because you need to be strong, like a really like a having this kind of lion power. And in the end, let's see, this is advice, this daydreams and decisions. And this is 7 and 8 and 16. This is now for Priyanka. Just crossing you this to be strong. True strength is not power over another. It is the courage to be vulnerable. Trust your own goodness and the goodness of others. Find the balance between give and take, expectation and acceptance, exertion and rest. Choose the virtuous, incorruptible path and walk it with pride. Simplicity and purity are often the best ways to achieve any good result. This is a time to apply those primal forces. Success will come to you if you know how to express the right amount of energy and power without false modesty or prevarication. Truly, winning always involves personal growth. So, allowing yourself to have this personal growth. Let me take your I am statement, because this is totally the Aries energy now. While this is of course the card of Mars, and that's the ruling planet of Aries, so you should maybe, because this is the advice what's happening, you should pay attention what is your Mars. This is totally the willpower energy. And I'm kind, okay, so it again, and what else also it came, I'm brave. So it's kind of brave like a lion and kind. What is totally showing in this card, being both masculine is that brave, feminine energy is the kind, balancing this both. This what is needed in these times for you. And let's see advice like this. Priyanka. Where is it? 7 of Cups. Fantasies, imagination, options, choose. When this card appears, it often means that there is a certain amount of confusion and uncertainty regarding your love life. What is it that you really desire? What would you like to change or attract? You have many options in front of you if you will only see them. Do some daydreaming about possible futures. Have fun. It's through your fantasies and imagination that you transform your desires into reality. Once you sorted out your options and played around with the possibilities, it's time for action. While it's pleasant to daydream, staying in fantasyland is not wise. Take your time, but eventually decisions will have to be made in order to you to move forward. Reflect on your wishes, decide which feel right, and choose a course of action. You will feel powerful for having made the decision and will be on your way to manifesting change. And that is the change is inevitable. You are in this kind of crossroad that you have to start expressing what you want. You have to say to the people. Maybe you have to even support others to say their truth, but this is mostly about yourself. To tell your truth while being kind and brave. So that was for Priyanka. Is anybody else still asking? Could take fast somebody else. Don't be afraid. I might have a little witchy powers, but I'm not see myself like actually a witch, but kind of. I know I can read, so I could see some help if you need. Anybody else wanting to ask a question? I don't see anybody asking. Now you could ask a question. If you are a new person, you should just subscribe to comment. It takes 1 minute before you can comment if you're a new subscriber. But it would be nice to have somebody live, really, like I think Priyanka left while I did her reading. If nobody else is asking, then I thank so much that I got this donation today, and everybody who were listening and getting something out of this reading, thank you for being here and seeing these readings and giving me likes and support. Okay, so thank you and see you next Sunday.